5-6 weeks actually tomorrow night since we played Leinster final. So, you know, the lads went back. They've been playing with their clubs in championship, both football and hurling there the last number of weeks and that. So we're, you know, we've been getting together. I mean, a lot of the lads were still with the seniors for a period of that time as well. So we've been getting them together periodically through it. So, you know, it's very much keeping them fresh as much as, you know, preparing them for the match. But, you know, the last week and a half of that, we've been really winding up the preparations, and you know, we get to this point now, we've 4 or 5 days left before the match itself, so it's winding down now and just lads getting refreshed and, you know, as much rest as they can possibly get and just preparing themselves mentally now for Saturday.
I suppose, you know, you're very disappointed losing the game, but we're lucky being in part of the under-21 setup that we've something to look forward to in Ireland semi-final, so that's really driven us on, and team spirit's been very high since. We've everyone back training now and everything, and it's fantastic to have the whole group together for the first time really, and we're just really looking forward now to going forward together.
The next couple of days now, we have tomorrow night off obviously, then Thursday night we get together, we'll name the team, we'll have a team meeting and, you know, just a little bit of mental work in that as well, and then just get together then, you know, Saturday afternoon and head down to Thurles. So it's very much at this point, it's just as much as getting rest into the system as they can, you know, and you know, they've had a tough number of weeks with the clubs, which was good, you know, they're getting competitive games and that, but we're ready to go now, and I suppose this is the point you get to where you just want the game to come around, because there's nothing you can do, you can't do any more training, you're as ready, they're as fit, and you know, the touch is there, so we're just looking forward now to Saturday.
They're a very strong side now, in fairness to them. I've been in college with one or two of them as well. They've got a lot of senior players. I think we're two very similar sides in terms of the talent of the players and the size and physicality of the two teams. But you know, it's going to be, on the day it's going to come down to who wants it more, I suppose, and we're going to be ready for that. It's going to be a battle.
You never play Galway until you get out of Leinster, and you know, we hadn't gotten out of Leinster since 2000. Like, we played Antrim obviously last year, and then they hadn't won Leinster, I think it was 2002 prior to that. So at this age group there's no recent history at all, so you know, it's very much into the unknown. Galway haven't played any games up to this point, so we're looking, you know, we've had them watched in a couple of practice games and that, but you know, you never get a true reflection. Championship game, you know, it's a knockout basis, there's no second chances, so it's all on the line. We know it'll be a tough encounter. When they were minor 3 years ago, they won the All Ireland, so they obviously have the quality of a number of lads playing with their senior team as well, so we know it's going to be a very, very tough game. But we also believe that if we perform to the best of our ability, we'll be very much in the shake-up at the final whistle.
Yeah, everyone's still fighting for places. There's only 24 slots on the panel and only 15 on the starting place, so out there it's very, very competitive. We're all going hell for leather, and gets a little bit hot out there. You know, we're not friends when we're on the pitch playing against each other, but you know, it's all for the greater good, and hopefully, you know, the best 15, the most competitive 15 will go out in the day, and everyone is going to be deserving of a place. I was very disappointed, you know, to lose against Antrim, and this year I think there's a redemption is going to be huge this year. You know, that's kind of on my mind. You know, I don't want to go out and Thurles again and lose. It's a big field, and I suppose it suits more to a forward. I'd be playing the backs. You know, it's more of a forward field, but I think it'll suit us now with the team we have this year. We've 6 really good forwards and 2 midfielders that'll move all over the park. We'll defend well as a unit, and please God now we'll go well first. We've a lot of lads from last year. I think there's a year more experience, and I think we're better prepared this year to go to Thurles and win.
We've 33 and every one of them are fully fit for selection, which is a great position to be in. I suppose that was the one concern with all the club games that was being played. You know, it's great to have the competitive games, but there was always a concern that maybe 1 or 2 might get injured, but thankfully they all came through with flying colours, and you know, they've been back training with us the last week and a half as well, so it's, you know, we're all set to go.